How we doing? Thanks for being here. Much appreciated. Happy Mundle. Happy Mundle on Hot Garbage Earth. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you being here. I know you have a lot of options when you fly the friendly skies, so I do appreciate you flying with Bobby Sauce Airlines. The world is garbage, just in case you were curious. Everything is still trash. Couple of topics I wanted to jam on. Starting sitting down. Just gonna start sitting down. Try to keep it on the low. Keep it down. Keep it low. Keep it calm. Keep it calm. I don't want to go full on Clams Casino right out of the gate, you bag of rice. Happy birthday, perfectly flawed. Yeah, what's good, bro? What's the good word? What's going on? What's up? Thanks, A-Mark Life, for the badge. Appreciate you so much. Thanks, Lana Liberty 1. I appreciate you for the badge. Thank you so much. Yo, Bag of Rice Nation is up in here. What's the good word? What's up, Walker? How you doing? Yo, there's a lot of lives going on right now. There's a lot of live streams going on right now. So like I said, I do appreciate you choosing to fly the flaming garbage skies with your boy Sasalado. Do appreciate that. For any of you that are under the age of 13, just so you know, I'm blowing up on TikTok right now. I got 300 fans. 300 fans pop. I got two TikToks going viral, bro. Going so viral. I hit 10,000 likes I hit 10,000 something views on one of my TikTok snaps, whatever the frick they are. I hit it, Jack. I got like 300 followers on there, but I got freaking 10,000 views on this one, and I've been trying to duplicate it, but I don't have any tits. I can't shove my ass in the camera, so I can't accumulate any GD likes on there, because apparently that's how TikTok works. It's like, hi, I'm 18 and over-sexualizing myself. I hate my dad. You have like 500 million TikTok followers. No, I'm just kidding. Low barrier to entry on TikTok. Not hating on it, just saying low barrier to entry. A lot of very funny stuff on there. Don't get me wrong. Lots of hilarity on there, but holy jambalaya. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been on TikTok. If you decide to go there, follow me at Take Naps with 2 S's. Take Naps, double S, like a snake, whatever. You get it. But I'm on the TikTok, and it's like, if you choose to make a video if you choose to view a video about a specific topic, you see basically nothing but that topic, like forever, until you kind of like change the direction. You look like, and it's just like, I'm like a human adult male. It's like if there's a girl in there with like her whole if I could see like everything except like the corner of your nip, like you're just like, huh, like you could stay captivated for 15 seconds. Like you could catch me if I'm like sitting at a stoplight and you're gonna be like basically naked on TikTok, and I'm just like, huh, like, yeah, all right, you got me for 10 seconds, but then it's just like tits. It's like, take it easy, guys. It's like, let's all right. It's like a soft core objectification hole. It's a very weird place. TikTok is a peculiar place, to say the least. And it's like, all you got to do is be interesting for 4 seconds. Like, holy hell. It's no surprise that people are on there with 500 million followers. It's like TikTok is like the epitome of like squirrel. It's like the whole app is just squirrel. It's like some of them are like 4 seconds long. It'll be like one statement and then whatever. So I saw one of the funniest ones that I've seen lately was there's this one that's kind of like of a viral trend where these guys like walk up to the camera and then they're like, you guys have seen it. They do this, and then they have like a message up above, and it's just like, when I did such and such. And I saw this one girl get on there, and she goes, she walks up, and she's just like, and does the thing, and she just points up, and it says, I have nothing to say. And it had like 500,000 views. I was like, that's the funniest one that I've actually seen. But yeah, I digress. How am I sweating? I'm lightarily sitting down. For any of you on the Instagrams, you can't see this. So maybe I'll pull it into the frame here. That's the flaming dumpster fire that I got, the flaming dumpster fire nightlight that I got in the mail the other day because I got a what are those called? Got a PO box so that people could send me stuff. So thank you to the nice lady that sent me that flaming dumpster fire. It's kind of funny. It's going to make an appearance in my videos. And anybody that sends me anything, if you send me a trinket that belongs here, my goal is to eventually just have a big pile of trinkets here. So that's the goal. So just saying. Anywho. Couple stories there, Jack. Couple stories I wanted to talk about. The title of this particular live stream on the Book of Faces and the Tube of You is The Revolution. Oh shit, what did I call it? I called it The Revolution Will Be Televised and Lied About, I believe is the title that I chose for this particular live stream. The revolution will be televised and be lied about. And the obvious story of today, which is just like absolutely no surprise at all, is the story about Cuba. Cuba Gooding Jr. Cuba Gooding Jr. It's a story of the day, Jack. And so I'm at the gymnasium earlier, just like basically like hoping for my immediate death as I was on the stair climbing, which is, who even thought of that? They're like, let's make a machine that has you climb stairs endlessly forever until you want to die. So I'm just like on that because I just was like, cool, everything is garbage. The world's on fire. I might as well climb 100 flights of stairs and want to die and get nowhere, accomplish nothing. Cuba. And I'm looking at the TV screen that's up in the fucking the lie box, and Bill Gates NBC, whatever you want to call it, MSNBC, whatever, is up in the thing, and it was like what do they call it? They called it protests in the streets over like lack of Corona clap juice, and I was just like, pardon me, Jack? And it was like the title of the thing. And like, obviously, like you're in the gym, there's 40,000 TVs on the freaking in the view hole right ahead of you. And it's on mute. And there's just like all these people like chatting about this topic. And on the bottom, it just says that. And I'm like, all right, first of all, are you out of your effing mind, you piece of garbage? Like, these people are insane. Like, what psychotic human being would even consider that to be the reason why all those people are protesting in the street? Oh, so they're just dealing with like decades upon decades of like total government control and basically a dictatorship, a communist dictatorship, and then they're like, they won't give us the Corona clap, dude. It's like, are you out of your mind? It fits the narrative, and it's just one of many obvious lies in plain sight. And it's like as we get through the Corona clap and like people aren't wearing the diapers and like everybody is just completely clueless and like somehow we made it through this particular situation without the world completely burning to the absolute ground, even though lots of people can debate that it kind of did in a lot of ways. It's like, anybody that didn't get the lie, anybody that didn't pick up on the lie the first way through, it's like, here they are. Here's another lie. It's like, it's so obvious. It's so obvious that anybody that's been paying attention is like, oh, here we go again. But it just makes you sad because if somebody didn't get it while they had a diaper on their face and their kid in a plexiglass cube with the muzzle on, crying alone, eating lunch in silence in a room 17 feet away from any other kid, just like afraid for their life in an isolation box while they're at home getting told that they're evil just because they're born, while they're all just like racism. And then they're like, oh, by the way, did you guys think about racism today? And it's like, yo, you're the racist, you psychopaths. But it's just like, okay. Yet here we are embroiled in yet another lie. And it's like, if you didn't get it while your kids were in a plexiglass cage with a diaper over their face for 8 hours a day, while people were getting forced with some mystery potion, while Krusty was laughing in your face and then being like, we're gonna come to your house. It's like, if you didn't get it from that, you're not gonna get it from this. And it's just like, what a travesty. Because here we are for yet another. Here we are again and again. Here for another lie, just twisted sideways with an Andrew Cuomo nipple barbell stuck between it, and then shoved directly into your anus, into your poop hole, and just twisted up wrench style, just cranked into your butt pipe. And everyone's just like, this is fine. And then they're like, oh, we need a new booster. And it's like, and then on the left of the TV, that was MSNBC, that was like, Cubans are mad because they can't get the Corona clap juice. And it's just like, oh my God. And then you look over to the other TV, and it was like new video released from January. And it was just like some guy like punching some other guy. And it's like, you guys are still posting these videos. It's like, okay. It's like, you know that the Capitol has like 500,000 angles, 50,000 hours of unreleased CCTV footage that would show all the truth completely all the way out. Yet you're showing some grizzly grundled scrumble bean like snuff film cell phone video from some guy's like pocket like this of people just yelling. It's like they could have shot that at Castle Rock and a Pineapple Under the Sea like yesterday. But whatever. God. Meanwhile, they're like Pfizer, America's most trusted lying grifters, billionaire psychopath psychos of all psychos, are trying to pitch to Congress to get a little boosty. It's like, my guy, it's like people got the Jews like 2 weeks ago. They're like, you need a booster. It's like, oh. Meanwhile, every fucking idiot ever alive is like, got the J&J, one and done. Ha, Trump supporter, fuck you. And it's like, oh really, you fucking douche nozzle? As they have their digital Corona clap juice passport, and then it's just like revoked. You got to go get a booster. It's like, fuck my life, right? They're like, oh, I felt like absolute dog shit after the first one, and I feel like a bag of garbage on fire after the second one. But I need a booster. It's been 1 week, dope. And like somehow these psychopaths still don't understand that they're being, I don't know, lied to, you bag of rice. It's like, oh, did you realize that they sold 1 billion vials of this juice? And they've just been blasting it around the planet. And everyone's just like, yeah, let's get a booster. You know, you're going to get a booster every 6 months for the rest of your fucking life, you idiot. And then you have Fauci, that dweeble, that complete lying weeble, 5'1", can't throw a pitch. Yo, Fauci, like, learn how to throw what human man doesn't know how to throw a baseball? Like, what are you doing? Like, and not only that, you're gonna get on the mound and just toss one. Yo, guy, practice for a couple days. It's like you could probably give a person a baseball that's never seen a baseball in their life and be like, throw this 5 times, and they could throw a pitch better than Fauci threw that pitch. He's just like, it's like, what? Have you ever used your arms before, you weeble? Him and Robert Reich him and Robert Reich just live in like a hobbit cave, like under a hill together. And like Robert Reich's shoes are like as big as his entire head. And he's just like, it's like, Robert, you're tapped. Like, you like, don't put the camera so close to your face. Like, you look like a weeble, but whatever. Robert Reich is like 1'7". He's just like, he's like Obama. It's like, bro, you're a complete disinformation agent, just like total gaslighting clown sneaker. And also, what are you wearing on your shoes, Robert? But whatever. But Robert, this is the content we need on Instagram right now. He said troll. It's like he's trolling, all right. He's certainly trolling. Robert Reich. It's like, do you know anything about this guy? It's like he's trending on TikTok. It's like hashtag Weeble, hashtag Hobbit person. It's like him and Fauci would win at what's that game where you go under the bar? What the hell's that game? Oh, yo, somebody tell me what that game is in the comments. What is it? What is it where you go into the bar? Somebody tell me what the game is where you go into the bar, please. I forget what that's called. Low bar? What's it called? Limbo. All right, limbo. Yeah. Robert Reich and Fauch would defeat all humans of Earth in limbo. Oh my God. Yeah, Robert Reich would kill it at the limbo. Though he would only lose to like a 7-year-old girl. Or if you ask him what it is, a 7-year-old non-binary gender fluid they or whatever. Okay, Robert. Yeah, we should all play limbo. Let's all get together and play limbo. The world is trash. Meanwhile, low bar. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not just like heading out on Saturday and being like, yo, you guys want to get together and play limbo? It's like no one's doing that. Like literally 0 people are doing that. Now the Macarena is playing in my head. Anywho, so thanks for everybody weighing in on the limbo comment. So meanwhile, as the world burns to the ground and everything is trash, Emmanuel Macaroons, I don't even know what you call him, the dweeble that runs the country of France, is making the EU digital Corona Clap certificate, commonly called the garbage pass, mandatory in all cultural venues. Starting on July 21st, conveniently after the Cannes Film Festival. That's cool. Yeah, everything's garbage and everyone's dying and the world is on fire, but you're gonna wait 9 days to put it in. Like, what are you even talking about? These people are so full of shit. But whatever. The pass launched on July 1st and is meant to facilitate travel within Europe and ease the pressure for multiple tests by allowing people to receive a queef code once they get juiced, so it is official proof. It was only required at festivals and events gathering more than 5,000 people, such as Cannes. And now they're going to make it mandatory for you to go to the fucking mall. You can't go to a cafe, a shop, a restaurant, a train, a plane, a cinema, a theater, or a concert hall, which means that if you want to go into a cafe and parcheesel one cappuccino, you need to have this fudging pass. That seems fine, though. I guess they'll just be fine with that. That seems fine. I know everybody in here is woke AF and understands that this is hot malarkey, but what a tragic time. Also, they announced that they have mandatory juice for, I believe it was all health workers in France. Mandatory juice. Sick. That seems cool. Yeah. So basically what's happening is it's like, mandatory pass, mandatory juice for health workers. Oh my God. What a tragic time. What a sad time to be alive. You can't even get on the train. You can't get on the train. How many people even ride the train? But whatever. So basically what's going on is that you've got people being forced to get the juice to go into a cafe in France. You got them lying about what's going on in Cuba, Gooding Jr., lying about Cuba. Meanwhile, in Canada, I believe there's still a province in Canada where you still can't dine. I forget which one it is, Ontario or whatever. I don't know if Ontario is even a province. Whatever, I don't know the provinces. Like, give me an oak tree or give me an oak leaf and pour some syrup on my waffles. But I'm just saying, I believe there's still a place in Canada that you can't eat in. There's no indoor dining allowed. So like in Cuba, Gooding Jr., you got them lying about the Corona Clap juice. They're rioting in the streets. You got people in the United States that are mad at the United States, mad at the flag, whatever, yelling at the sky, that hate America. That makes sense. And then on top of it, in France, you just got you just got the mandatory juice you have to present a health passport to get into to go buy a cup of coffee. So all of the nightmarish type scenarios are happening right in front of our face. And the thing that's so crazy about it is, despite all this, Pfizer is a company. People are out there just thinking like, oh, like these companies actually care about your health. If these companies cared about your health, they would not be doing what they're doing. They don't care about your health. Here's a news flash. Nobody cares about your health except for you. Just a heads up, just in case anybody wasn't already aware of that. But just want people to understand, and I know you guys do because you're woke and you get it, but Pfizer is a business. It's a business, right? And these people that are running that business, their obligation to that business is to the business itself. Their obligation is to get that business to generate more money. That's the objective. That's the objective of a business. And if you represent a business and you aren't aligned with the intentions and goals of that business, which is make more profits, earn more money, grow more customers, sell more product, here's a newsflash. You don't have a job, Jack. You get let go. They fire you quick, like that. Quick, you're gone. They're like, oh, you don't want to pump the juice? Scramble. You know what I mean? Like scrambled eggs, like make an omelet and get the fudge out of here. Go to Canada, go to Ontario and eat in the street. You know, it's like, okay. So if you work for Pfizer's, your objective is to sell more product. That's the only objective that you have. If you run a business, if you work at McDonald's, Krispy Kreme, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, any of these companies, their objective is to sell you more shitty cheeseburgers. Their objective is to sell you more high fructose corn syrup, sugar water. Their objective is to sell you a product that is objectively unhealthy for you, because that's the objective of the business in order for the business to grow. That's the purpose of the business, to make money, to sell more products and generate more customers so they can make more money. That's the only objective of the business. So Pfizer, because it's a quote unquote health company, suddenly these people actually care. They're selling you just the same burger and fries that McDonald's is. They're selling you the same high calorie, high fructose corn syrup, poison water that Pepsi is trying to sell your children. They're selling you poison because that's their goal, because that's their objective, because the only thing that matters is money, because the only thing that matters is for the business to grow. That's the only objective. So they're going to obviously pitch to the US government that you need a booster. They're going to pitch that you need a booster every month for the rest of your life. And they're going to be like, oh, if you get on a monthly booster package, it'll be only $99 a month until it's $999 a month, until they're giving you a booster every day until you die. It's like until you just live with a machine that gives you boosters every hour on the hour. Like, these people have one objective and one objective only, and that objective is to make money. And that's it. That's their only objective. That's their only purpose. And that's about the size of it. That's the only thing that matters. So to think that these companies are going to care for 1 second about your actual health and not selling more of their boosters is insane. It's like, this is clearly the only objective. Like, let's be honest about it. So tragically, somebody on Facebook said Australia is full on New World Order now. Exactly. Anybody that saw the some of the restrictions that are going on in Australia, insane. And there are still countries that have their borders closed. There are still countries that completely have their borders closed where you can't travel in and out at all. So they're just like forcing this juice on people. They're coming up with these new cases. They're lying straight to your face. And then you have the largest state in America. You have 40 million. How many people are there in California? 50 million people. California population, I think it's 50 million. In California, they went like 39.5 million. In California, the Center for Garbage Control says you don't need to wear a diaper in school if you can follow whatever safety protocol malarkey that they want to follow. And everybody that's been like, follow the science. California, follow the science. These psychopaths are just going to go against the Center for Garbage Control and make the kids wear the diapers in school despite it. They don't even care. These people are savage. These people are sick in the head. They love this abuse. They don't care about anything. God, these people are so savage. It's like California is going to go against the Center for Garbage Control. Meanwhile, they've been like, the Center for Garbage Control, Center for Garbage Control. They've been all hooked on what the CDC says forever, and that's all they follow. It's the science, it's the science, it's the science, till it's not the science, till these people just determine out of their own free will, by the way, it's just whatever we want. It's like, yo, you're sick. You're disturbing. It's like, what is your problem? These people are sick in the head. It's like, okay. Do I see Dr. Russell in here? If anybody that's not following him, go and follow him. This dude posts a lot of great high-quality intel, high-quality information about this specific topic. And to anyone that's like, you're not a doctor. Okay, well, I know how to do research, you bag of garbage, but go look at him. He actually is a doctor. This guy knows what he's talking about, but who cares? I'm going to look up the diapers in school. I just want to read it. There it is. Despite CDC guidance, California schools to require diapers in fall classes. The CDC has advised schools against requiring the juice for teachers and eligible children, and yet the state of California, the largest state in America with 40 million people, is going to require mandatory child abuse by forcing these kids to wear diapers in school, when we already know that the probability of kids even getting it or having any effect on them is extremely minimal. And the Center for Garbage Control, who you can barely trust to begin with, who's been flippity flopping this entire time, is even saying, yeah, you don't even have to do that. And they're like, no, we're going to do it. It's just like, okay, all right. Cool. There's a quote from the California Health Secretary, Dr. Mark Galey. Interesting. Treating all kids the same will support a calm and supportive school environment. Calm and supportive. Yeah, nothing says calm and supportive like muzzling you and keeping you in a perpetual low vibration state, constant state of fear of your friends, fear of the people around you, muzzled in a plexiglass cube while you just hate your life all day. Yeah, nothing says calm and supportive like being psycho and basing your decision off of absolutely nothing. But okay. No big deal. Everything is garbage. Janine on Facebook says Australia has like 2 deaths. Exactly. They had like 24 cases and they're like shut down the continent. It's like, okay. That seems fine. It's like, does anybody do any research? Does anybody do any research? But whatever. And the other thing too that's so crazy is they're like anybody that does research is crazy. It's horrifying. Doctor Can't Throw a Pitch was on TV yesterday or something or today, and he was like, it's horrifying. It's horrifying that anybody would suggest that doing your own research. It's like, bro, like this is gonna be in my body for the remainder of my life. You psycho weeble wobble. Like, are you kidding me? We're just supposed to believe you. Who the fudge brownie are you, you garbage merchant? But whatever. These people are trash. And Scott says the DOD is setting September 1st for all military to get the juice or get discharged. Not unsurprising. Yeah, it's actual garbanzo beans. Russell says less than 15,000 people actually died from the juice or died from the corona clap in the U.S. That's the facts. The lockdowns killed more than 10 that amount. Yeah, exactly. And the amount of people that died from suicide, the amount of people that died from opioid overdose, from alcoholism, from abuse, from any variety of different things, from tuberculosis, from missing cancer screenings to any variety of other things, is probably 10 times that. Every single thing. I think I remember back in the middle of things, they were saying in San Francisco more people died from suicide than died of the corona clap. And that's with the numbers that they give us. That's with their fudged numbers. That's with their melted fudgesicle numbers. And it's like, cool, dude. It's like the human suffering is off the absolute chart, and it's just like, oh, everybody be very scared. Does anybody remember when Doctor Can't Throw a Pitch, when Dr. Weeble Wobble, when Dr. Limbo Champion was about to throw a pitch to first base and instead threw it into the stands by first, and he was saying, oh, Texas, they're having a baseball game. Everyone's going to die. And then just nobody died. And then every single person, and then the rates in Texas just went to some of the lowest in the nation, and just everything was fine and everything was totally fine. And he's just like, oh, and then the bag of flesh marionette Weekend at Bernie's literally is in a fight with the teleprompter garbage merchant that's supposedly running the country, was like, this is Neanderthal thinking. It's like, Joe, you don't know what Neanderthal is. You think Neanderthal is a flavor of ice cream, Joe. He's like, I'll have the Neanderthal on a waffle cone with peanut butter sauce. He's like, Dr. Jilly, come over here and do a brain surgery. She's like, I'm only a doctor of education. And he's like, oh, it's just like, yo, you're both garbage, but whatever. And meanwhile, Krusty is just like waiting in the background, like, yeah, like, yes, Joe, choke on an almond, Joe. Get the one with peanuts in it, Joe. He's like, what? He's like, hold on, let me read what they told me to read. Like this guy is literally not living on Earth. But all right. People are like, yeah, most popular president in the history of time. Speaking of most popular president in the history of time, Krusty the Clown, a.k.a. Kamala Crust, a.k.a. the worst person perhaps ever existing ever, is in the news again this week, as she said that people in rural areas can't figure out how to photocopy their identification, and therefore it's going to be difficult for them to prove who they are in order to vote. Yo, my guy, if you can't figure out how to get a photocopy of your driver's license, maybe you shouldn't be voting, Corn Pop. Photocopiers have existed on the United States of America for like 65 years. Not to mention the fact, last time I checked, every single telephone device, poor or not, or inexpensive or not, can take a photo. And that phone can email to your email address a photocopy or photo or high resolution enough photo that you'd be able to prove your identity, you psycho crusty loser. But whatever. And she's like, oh, they can't figure it out. It's like, my guy, they can figure out how to take a picture of their driver's license on a table, you crusty liar. People in rural areas, it's not like they have Kinkos. It's like, Crust, do you think they live in a pineapple under the sea, dog? Where do you think they get food, you fucking moron? Like, oh, they're just living out in the forest. Like, oh, it's like, what are you even talking about? If they can't find a Kinko's, how are they going to find a voting booth? Like, what do you mean? It's like, where do they get gasoline, Crust? Every single person in America lives within 45 minutes of essential things. And if it's so important to them that they go vote, I'm pretty sure they could drive an extra 15 to find a Kinko's, which isn't even in business anymore, you crusty liar. But whatever. Crust. The killer crust. Killer crust. Ugh. Whatever, though. I guess everything is garbage. I think I have an ear infection. That's why I keep going like this with my mouth to pop my ear. My voice is, I think I have like allergies. The world is garbage. Whatever. Someone's like, Corona clap. He's got the Delta. He's got the Delta Airlines. Somebody give him a bag of almonds. Somebody give him some peanuts. Brad on Facebook goes, corn pop, beanbag, bag of rice. What is it now? Agreed. Well written, Brad. I agree. Nutribiotic. Jackie on Facebook said, I had to go through cancer treatments last year. It wasn't too bad, but I'm in a rural area in a red state. It pissed me off seeing nurses and doctors dancing on TikTok while my surgery got put off. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's dying. Russell said, you got to see the Real AF podcast I just did with Andy. The whole episode is out this, and YouTube took it down. Jeez. What a bag of garbage. I did see that it got taken down before I could listen to it. Is it still on Spotify? I gotta listen to it myself. I saw that it went up over the weekend. I haven't had a chance to hear it yet though. That seems fine. I mean, as our fellow friends that say that like Donnie is living in a pineapple under the sea and there's a super secret, top secret military operation going on, they'll be like, you're over the target. And it's just like, in this particular case, you actually are. So I'm gonna go listen to that on Spotify. Anybody on here, everybody that knows me, I think knows about the Real AF podcast. I was on episode 100. Russell, who's here in the comments, he's been on 2 episodes now. His first episode was awesome, super jacked up with information and full of great intel on what was going on. So I'm excited to hear the new one as well. Yeah. So any of these people that supposedly can't figure out how to take a photo of their ID, it's like, God, these people gaslight us so hard. It's tragic. It's like, it's so difficult to even navigate this stuff because it's like, there are people out there that believe all this stuff. They put a diaper on their kids. They send them to school to eat lunch alone in a plexiglass cube and cry and hate everything. Meanwhile, they're getting taught that because of their skin, anything that's taught because of their skin, they're evil. And the person that's sitting next to them, because they're white, they're born white, something that they can't control, that person is automatically racist because they're white. And then there's mixed race kids. There's like kids out there. I don't know if you guys saw that guy. It was like a viral video of it was a black dad that said his daughter was being taught in school critical garbage theory that basically teaches them that her mom is evil. Her mom is white, the dad is black, and the kid's being taught that the mom is evil. It's like, okay. It's like, dog, last time I checked, you were supposed to teach math and science and history, you psychopath. Like, leave it out, but whatever. These people are out of their mind. And then you have teachers and stuff on like TikTok and Instagram being like, I was told I'm in a state that where Death Santa says that I can't teach critical garbage theory, but I'm not going to teach that. And they're like winking and like laughing about it. And it's like, yo, you Pygmalion, maybe you should just do your job and also not post about this. Also, you're trash. And also, thanks for letting us know that you're garbage. And then they're just like, isn't it insane that people are saying that such and such and such, but they won't want to teach the kids about racism? It's like, you're not teaching the kids about racism, you psychopaths. Like, last time I checked, I went to school with no critical garbage theory, and they taught us about all that stuff. This was to 15 years ago. But they need to know this this CRT track. It's like, you're out of your mind. This is not a theory. This is a lie. A complete gaslight when they're just like, oh, you don't want to teach kids about racism. It's just like, they lie straight to your face and they just don't even care. They're like teaching kids how to be racist. It's just like, you are the worst of the worst, you bag of rice. Cultural responsive teaching. Yeah. They're anticipating that we're not paying attention. They're garbage. They're trash. They can't be trusted. Everything is on fire and the world is trash. But whatever. Yeah, people are going to be out there and be like, they're going to be sitting on the edge of their noose, glued to their chair with their ojos staring at the screen, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, wearing a diaper alone at home while their kids in a plexiglass box at school, crying quietly, learning about how they're evil for being born. And they're going to be like, is Pfizer going to give us another booster? It's like they're sitting there like waiting for their booster while they're shoving a diabetes disc in their throat hole and just eating a French fry, and then watching people like Bill DeGarbaggio standing on a stage being like, in New York, for the parade for our heroes. It's a parade for our health heroes, while a kid gets shot in the face in the Bronx. And they're just like, oh, it's a parade for our heroes. It's like, do your job, you trash merchant. These people are insane. It's so disgusting. And like, you go to like a website, like you like turn on, I don't watch mainstream news other than to get free content because it's hilarious and they're trash. But like, I haven't even been to CNN.com today, but I'm just gonna pull it up right now and just see what's there. First, the headline: indicted Trump organization CFO. Like Donnie lives rent free in every single person's head that works at CNN. It's like they're just like, what did Donnie do today? Did he fart? Did he have an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie? Let's find a way to tell. Let's try to find a way that oatmeal is appropriating oat culture and chocolate chips are a reason. It's like, I hate you. It's like, what is wrong with you people? These people are disgusting. It's like, you have a problem. Meanwhile, kids are getting child tax credit payments this week. You're going to start to get you're going to get greased monthly by the Joey Basement Inflation Bucks administration. Good luck with that. Inflation's off the chart, lumber off the chart, steel off the chart, basic home goods are off the chart. You save 16 cents on a fucking on a pig butthole hot dog garbage tube. You save 16 cents, and Jen Circlebacky is on the, well, if you don't care about hot dogs and it doesn't affect you. It's like, buzz off, Jen, you psycho. It's like, you're a complete and total shill, but whatever. And they're like, is it? And then what's his face? Steve Ducey from Fox, who's the only person in the newsroom actually doing a decent job, is like, does it matter that we save 16 cents on a pack of hot dogs when it costs an extra $1 a gallon, you loser? She's like, well, if you don't like hot dogs and potato salad, Steve. And it's like, Circlebacky, like, you're a literal garbage peddler. Like, who hurt you, bro? Like, are you good, fam? Like blink twice if you hate yourself. But she's just like, oh. She's like, it's like, do better at your job, but whatever. She's like, hey guys, how's it going? And then like Krusty comes in with like a bunch of crusty face cookies, and they're just like, please report favorably. I'm at the border. I'm in the Rio Grande Valley at the airport. I'm gonna poop in this microphone and then fly away. I went to the border. It's like, no, you didn't. You're trash. But whatever. Everything's garbage. Nothing is true anymore. Everything's a lie. If you don't pay attention, you don't see it, and it's true sadness. I'm just like looking through the headlines on Clinton News Network. Insane. The Joey Basement administration says states can restart clamdemic unemployment benefits as lawsuits mount. Cool. So every business that's already struggling, that's barely open, now can go and restart their unemployment benefits, which is going to prevent more people from going back to work, which is going to make more businesses struggle, which is going to bring the cost of labor even higher, which is going to increase the inflation for lower income Americans even more, which is going to punish those people more as they inflate the value of the dollars that you already have in your bank account away. Meanwhile, they're going to print more, and then they're just going to gaslight you about the new booster. They're just gonna, it's like sometimes sometimes I wake up and I'm like, yo, like I don't even know what to it's like, when everything is trash, how do you even make light of it? It's like, and it's like, I'm not depressed. Like, life is good. I'm living a good life. I'm happy to be alive. Everything is fine. But it's just like, these people are sad. Sad. Garbage. Trash merchants, you know? But whatever. So it's like, cool. So all these businesses are struggling. Nobody can figure out how to get people to work for them. The cost of labor is skyrocketing. All the prices of consumer goods are skyrocketing. You're paying way more money at the pump. You're paying way more. Imagine the winter. Imagine this winter. Just imagine when people have to go and buy oil to heat their house. How expensive that oil is going to be when a barrel of West Texas crude is like $100-something a barrel. It's like, people are going to get greased. The amount of money that's going to cost people to heat their homes this winter is going to be off the chart. And they're going to figure out some way to be like, oh, it's reasons for gas prices to be this. It's like, we're going down a slippery poop slope into a flaming garbage future. And sadly, the vast majority of people are just asleep at the wheel, Jack. And while everybody's like out enjoying their weekend and enjoying their sunshine and all this other stuff, they have no idea what's in store this fall as they get lightarily clapped directly in the face once they get back home and start realizing how shitty this is. Because nothing really makes things set in like when kids go back to school, when everybody goes back to work, when it starts to get cold outside and the world starts not being as fun as it is for the vast majority of the country. The only place in America that's going to be good at that point is Florida. It's the only place that's still going to be warm, and we're going to be getting clapped with hurricanes, and they're going to be like, hurricanes, you see, global warming, global warming, sea level rise, gaslight, and it's like, that's what's coming. It's so obvious. Russell said, why don't they give you bonuses to get back to work instead of to stay home away? Obviously, because they prefer everyone to be dependent on the government. Yeah, exactly. In fact, I think there was one state government that actually did do that. I forget what state it was, but the governor was issuing bonuses to people that go back to work out of the state coffers, which is like, what a sad state of affairs that the federal or that the state governments need to grease people, literally need to give people a grip of cash to get them to go to work to increase their prosperity. It's like, and then they're going to extend all these eviction moratoriums and stuff and just keep penalizing all the landlords who I would bet the vast majority of landlords are people that own like one extra investment home, and they're just going to get gripped. And then the people that own like 1,000 units or 1,000 investment properties, those people have high-powered lawyers that figure out ways for them to skirt these restrictions. It's your everyday mom and pop that doesn't have the legal prowess to go after them, that gets Scrooge McDuck. And like the only option that they have is to get greased by the government. That's what they're doing in California. That's what they're doing everywhere. It's like, all right, cool, cuckoo, chew. Everything's on fire. The world is trash, but no one cares. They're like new booster. Oh, and then you have literal underground hobbit weebles like Robert Reich being like, Richard Branson went to the moon and we can't afford such and such. It's like, my dog. Just because Richard Branson is going to the moon because he's accumulated a wealth of value by providing products and services for millions of people for his entire life. The guy's in his freaking 70s, for Christ's sake. The guy's run and built and developed hundreds of businesses, employed tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people, created economic prosperity and sold products and services that people love for his entire fudging life. And this guy goes to the edge of space because he literally works his entire life to do so. And that's your income disparity that you're going to focus on, you 4-foot weeble. It's like, dog, these things are not mutually exclusive. You can't just be like, Richard Branson flew to the moon. Also, why can't McDonald's pay somebody $29,000 an hour? It's like, you're garbage, bro. This guy needs to shut up. I'm on TikTok. It's like, yo, you're a clown sneaker, dude. You're the smudged sneaker of a gang of unemployed retiree clowns. Like your clown sneaker is like your clown sneaker would have to be a size 1. It looks like he's wearing clown sneakers. Anybody see that video, that screenshot that I posted the other day? Hilarious. Lots of laughs. Like, Robert, you're garbage. But whatever. He's not garbage. I don't know the guy. I'm just saying his ideas are garbage. Hate speech, whatever. I'm just saying, like, this guy's ideas are insane, and he just loves to just gaslight every person on the planet. And it's like, all right, cool. And I love this argument about, like, I love how everybody keep focusing on this equity portion. Like, unequal outcomes means such and such. Oh, okay. Well, I would wager to bet you that the vast majority of people that get attacked by sharks are white people. I would bet that the vast majority of people that trip on a canyon in the woods and die falling off a canyon are white people. Does that mean canyons are racist? Does that mean sharks are racist? It's like, you can't look at it like that. That's not how numbers work, Robert. That's not how numbers work, you clowns. Unequal outcome means it's like, I don't know. Whatever. Last time I checked, and like, meanwhile, like, is anybody out here worried about the Amish? Like, I think the Amish are good. How did they do that without any Jews? Strange segue, but okay. Amy said Amy said on Facebook, can we vote on a name for the dumpster fire behind you? Yeah, of course. I would love for you to vote on a name for it. Yeah, name it. Does anybody like how it flickers? That is hilarious. Yeah, vote on a name. Let's hear some names for the dumpster fire. Sure. I know what we should call it. Fouch. No, we should call it California. No, we should call it San Francisco. We should call it defund. We should call it defund the police. Whatever. Nancy. Yo, MSVT's got it right. I think Nancy is definitely the best. Nance or Nancy would definitely be good. Ontario, that's pretty funny. I do like Nancy, I gotta say. Nancy, I think Nancy has my vote. Hi, Nancy. Good morning, Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Good morning. No, I think Nancy's the one. Yo, Russell's hitting on the comments right now. Every comment well thought out. He said equity is a very dangerous word. The left is using this constantly. Sounds virtuous, but it's disguised garbage communist rhetoric. Exactly. Equity. It's equitable, systemic. It's systemic. It's like, bro, I bet if you do a Google Trends search for the word systemic or equity, I bet you the charts I bet it's off the charts. Yeah, equal opportunity, they really mean equal results. Exactly. Yeah, they mean equal results, which is like impossible to create equal results. Equal outcomes are impossible to create unless you steal from one group to give to another group. You can't create equal outcomes. You can only give equal opportunity. You can't give equal outcomes. But nope. Brittany says, don't forget sustainable. Yeah, agreed. Exactly. I'm gonna look in the Google Trends for the past 5 years for the word equity. Equity. Dumpsty. I'm gonna do systemic racism. Love the dumpster fire. I want one. Yeah. The dumpster fire is, I believe, an Amazon product. So if you want to give Jeff Bezos, if you want to help Jeff Bezos make $1 billion, then you can get it. Systemic. Sable on Facebook says, my parents have a dumpster fire 2020 Christmas tree ornament. That's pretty lit. That's a pretty lit Christmas tree. Nah. Caleb on Facebook says, Nancy came on my block this morning, picked up 2 cans, no problem, but she was looking extra rough. She needs to go get her hair did. In a trap. I think it was a trap. I think they should apologize to me. Is that what you think, Nancy? I think you should apologize to us for making us look at you. Oh, speaking of Nancy, I love the insider trading that her husband did last week. That was pretty sick. I've been waiting to like make a little video about this because it's just so obvious, but whatever. House garbage merchant Nancy Garbelosi, the underworld demon serpent from California, disclosed from her ivory tower late last week that her investor husband, Paul Garbelosi, has made several now profitable trades in various securities. He bought Amazon calls on May 21st. 6 weeks later, the Pentagon pulled the rug out from Microsoft's $10 billion Jedi cloud computing deal, opening the door for Bezos, and it sent the stock skyrocketing. In May 21st, he spent $250,000 on 50 Apple calls. He also bought 20 Amazon calls, costing up to $1 million. On June 18th, he exercised his Alphabet call options, giving him the right to buy 4,000 shares for $4.8 million. So he just like purchased all these call options, and then things that happened in Washington, D.C. happened just right after. And then they make millions of dollars. I think they made about $5 million between his investments just on this couple of trades. Which means that Garbage Nancy could just go to work every day and make $250,000 a year as a public servant, gaslight the entire planet, wear her face diaper, and scream and rip contracts and be a complete lying hack, a 89-year-old hack, and her husband can make 3 trades based on her legal insider information, and they'll just make 5 M's. And it's totally legal. And the SEC could care less. Yet they arrested Martha Stewart and put her in the clink for 8 months. Yet this underworld sea demon can let her Pygmalion husband just make 5 M's in a week because he knows what's going to happen ahead of time. That seems dope. Paul Pelosi in March exercised $1.95 million worth of Microsoft call options less than 2 weeks before Microsoft secured a $22 billion contract to supply the U.S. Army combat troops with augmented reality headsets. $22 billion contract, and he exercised $1.95 million worth of call options. In January, this lying snake purchased up to $1 million of Tesla calls before the Joey Basement Rocky Road, hey, who threw that person over that wall? I don't care. There's not a crisis. Delivered on its plans to provide incentives to promote the shift away from traditional automobiles toward electric vehicles. On the 24th of January, Nancy bought $1.25 million of Tesla stock. And the next day, 1 day later, Garbage Merchant Joe signs an executive order for all federal vehicles to be EV. Dope. That seems fun. Nothing to see here. As they say on Zero Hedge, meanwhile, congressional Democrats are going after Reddit users who banded together to squeeze meme stocks. Yet Nancy can make $1 million overnight. That seems fine. Meanwhile, Paul Pelosi just makes grip after grip after grip after grip off the insider trading. That seems cool. That seems totally fun. Nancy Pelosi and her husband live in a dragon's lair inside a volcano in Hawaii and have amassed a personal fortune of about $114 million. That seems fun. Yeah, she's a public speaker. Why would you be like this? This woman is insane. Let me just tickle your bag for a second. Nancy Garbelosi is 81 years old. Her husband Paul is 81 years old, and they have $114 million. They could spend $10 million a year, which would be, just to do a little bit of mathematics, $10 million divided by 365. This underworld demon serpent dragon living under a volcano could spend $27,000 a day every day for the rest of her natural living life on Earth and still not run out of money. $27,000 a day. Why is this woman still working? Why are you still as the Speaker of the House? You psycho serpent. These people are insane. All they care about is power. These people are sick in the head. You're 81 years old. You have $150 million. Retire, you snake. And that's just what's disclosed. That's not including what they have in any variety of other things, crypto assets, properties, who knows what they have. Yeah, it's like, hang it up. Yeah, oh, she's a public servant while what's her salary? What is her salary? They're worth $114 million. Let's look up her salary. It's like, do the mathematics, fam. She's doing it. She makes $193,000 a year in salary. $193,000 a year in salary. And it says on USA Today that her fortune is worth 196 million. So she what's 196 million? 196 million divided by 193,000. She made her fortune is more than 1,000 times her annual salary. Even if she was to work for another 7 years, it would still be 993 times more valuable than that. It's like, my guy. Yeah, she's doing it to be a public servant. Cool. That seems likely. That seems likely. Okay. That seems fine. Her daughter writes blogs for the Huffington Post. I'm sure there's not a conflict of interest there. That seems fine. To put into perspective how old Nancy Pelosi is, she has a daughter that's 55? Yeah. All right, then. All righty, then. Public service. Cool. That seems fine. Nancy. Good morning, Nancy. Somebody said feed started buffering as soon as you started talking about Garbelosi. Pompeo, is that you sending us a sign? Yo, Pompeo. Oh, my God. Pompeo. Pompeo. Hold on. Somebody said, is that techno? Yeah, it's probably, I think it's house music. My stream got taken down one time because I was listening to music that was copywritten. I'm like, bro, it's like at level 1 in the background, so that it's like just keeping the dream alive. Somebody said in the questions, they said, I was watching the home run derby for a bit, no diapers on people in the stadium, but the kids shagging balls on the field all had diapers on. It's 95 in Colorado today. Come on, SMH. Dude, the kids are getting the most raw deal out of this whole year. It's insane. They're getting fear-mongered. They're getting gaslit. They don't know any better. They're wearing diapers in school. They're getting punished. They're getting forced juice. The kids are getting clapped. Imagine in like their childhood. Oh my God. I can't even imagine the fear and just the trash. It's tragic. Yo, thanks everybody that have been scooping up the badges. I really appreciate that. For everybody that got the badges on Facebook or on Instagram, I really appreciate that. A Marked Life, thank you so much. Lana Liberty 1, thank you so much. Chooks Official, thank you for the support. Always appreciate you, buddy. Walker French, thank you so much. Holly Elizabeth 85, thank you so much. Scamalama Ding Dong, thank you so much. Awin J, thank you so much. Jay Cook 11 and Guy Jody, thank you both so much for the badges here on Instagram. I appreciate that. Helps me keep the dream alive, helps me stay on here and do more content like this. So thank you guys so much for the support. I very much appreciate it. Each of those badges goes a long way. So thank you so much. And thanks to everybody for being here. I appreciate it. If you don't follow me on YouTube, before I forget, please make sure that you follow me on YouTube. I need to get more people follow me on the YouTubes. YouTube.com/Bobby Sausalito. I'm on TikTok at Take Naps with 2 S's. Take Naps, 2 S's. You can follow me on Facebook. I am on Getter. I'm on Getter. Getter. My handle on Getter is at Take Naps. If anybody's on Getter, I don't use Twitter because Dorsal Fin's a clown sneaker. Thank you, Jenna Rose, for the badge. Jenna Rose SP, appreciate that. Thank you for the badge. So I'm like everywhere that garbage is sold. But the TikTok is really interesting because I don't like operating in the TikTok ecosystem, but I will say that there are definitely some unique things that TikTok brings to the table. Despite the fact that it's a lot of like attention hungry, kids that are like kind of like doing it for the, doing it as much as they doing the most, it is certainly a weird environment on there. But if you want to follow me on Getter, I'm at Take Naps on Getter, and if you want to follow me on TikTok, it's at Take Naps, 2 S's on TikTok. The other thing that I will say about TikTok is that TikTok does give some pretty good ideas as to like things that you could do for Instagram Reels. So it does have a little bit of an inspiration element that there's some pretty funny stuff on there. If you can make something funny for 15 seconds, it does create some pretty good inspiration for the Instagram Reels. And I do think that there are a lot of features that TikTok has that in a lot of ways are like something that the Gram could learn from. I certainly don't think that they're comparable. I think the Gram is overall a better and cleaner app, but I do think that there's a lot of things on TikTok that the Gram could learn from. For example, the ability to put titles on video thumbnails, I think is something that TikTok does that's really well done. That would be cool if the Gram would do that on Reels. But I think that Mark Zuckerberg and the team at Instagram are pretty intelligent people, perhaps a little strange, but definitely intelligent. So I'm sure that they'll pick up on those things and get those things incorporated. So there's been a lot of cool things on there. So I also what I'm also going to be talking about this week is, so as I'm sure you guys can understand, it's extremely crucial for somebody like me, a creator like me, to figure out ways to financially support the creation of more content. So I actually got my first real like sponsorship. It happened about a month ago, but we've been putting together the details of what the sponsorship will be about. So just keep an eye out for that this week. So I'm going to be talking about this company. I'm going to make it very, very clear that they sponsored me and that they basically paid me in order to reach my audience, reach you guys. But I hope that everybody understands that if I ever put something in front of you that I say, hey, this is something that I care about, it's not going to be because of money. It's going to be because I like it, and it will be because of money because it helps the channel operate. But it will be something that I vet, that I know that is good, because I haven't promoted any other things on this channel yet. So I'm very, very, I value your attention so much that I'm not going to try to pump you anything that's trash. So this particular product is really cool. I like it. I enjoy it. I'm using it right now, and you'll see me talking about it. I'm not using it right this second, but I use it every day, and it's quite interesting and it's good. And I think that you'll like it. I think you'll like the people that are behind it, and I think that it's cool. And I hope that it starts a little bit of a trend of people that are willing to support the channel to reach you guys and help me create more content. In the meantime, each of you guys buying those badges, buying merch on bobbysauce.com, all that stuff helps support the cause. So I just want to let you guys know how much I appreciate the badges, how much I appreciate your time and attention, how much I appreciate you sharing and posting all my videos and engaging and just all of the stuff. I appreciate it so much. I've had a bunch of people that have been asking about merch this week, so I'm going to be doing a merch live stream this week. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow night, maybe I'll do one. So I got a couple different things going on that I want to do. So I think we're due for a merch live stream. I've had a bunch of people asking me about some custom merch, so I'll put that together sometime for this week. I also would like to do another trivia night. The trivia nights are expensive because I had to give away like hundreds of dollars worth of coupons to the store, but they're a lot of fun and people really like those. So I'm going to do a trivia night this week. I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll do like a trivia night, and then I'll do a custom merch sesh at some point this week, and then people can use their coupons like right on the spot, right as we go away. So that'll be a plan for sometime this week, maybe tomorrow. Like I said, I'll be telling you about that product and what they do. But ultimately, you have to remember this. I'm a small creator, anybody that's going to pay to reach this audience isn't just going to be doing it because the account is large. It's going to be because they already like what I'm doing, right? They like the videos, they like the live streams, they like the content. So it's like these people are like literally supporting the cause. You know, they're helping me create more content to get it to you. They're helping get the cause along. So it's definitely it is definitely someone to be appreciated. So I do hope that when I talk about them this week, that you guys go and follow their page. Hopefully you buy some of their products, and hopefully you support them in the way that you support me. And I would appreciate that, because that will make them very happy. Maybe they'll get more sponsorships. Maybe they could be a permanent sponsor. And there's a lot of different things that we can hopefully do together, because the product that they have, I will consume for a long time. So. Cherie says, I will pay to play. That's what's up. Yeah, we should just play a limbo. A-Marked Life says, I just want to be first to answer. Don't need the discount. Nice. Yeah, I feel like that's just kind of a fun thing. I mean, I guess I could just play trivia with winning nothing, but I don't know. I like competition. I think competition's fun. So maybe I'll make them $10. Maybe I'll make a lot of questions that are like $10 or something. And I don't know. We'll see. D-Tackle said first farm. No, not first farm. That would be sweet if it was first farm, but no. Andrietta Lee said, I want to quit smoking weed. Any tips? Stop buying it. Tell people around you that you don't want it, and just look. I'll make it simple. I know I'll make it really simple. Thanks, Sean87, for the badge. Appreciate you, bro. I'm going to make it simple about the quitting weed thing. There's three things that helped me quit smoking weed. And I basically looked at it like this. Does this habit, and it is a habit, whether you like it or not. I'm not saying it's an addiction, but it's a habit. Any habit. If this habit, is it good for your health? I would say no, it's not good for your health, objectively. You're inhaling smoke into your lungs. If you eat it, okay, you eat it, fine, you eat it. But like, it's been widely known that like marijuana, for example, has effects on long-term and short-term memory loss. I'm sure it could do things to your heart. I don't know. But certainly if you're smoking it, which was the case for me, if you're smoking it, you're literally inhaling smoke into your lungs. Can't be good for your lungs. Can't be good for your blood pressure. Can't be good for your throat. Can't be good for your mouth. Can't be good for your tongue. Can't be good for any of your mouth, throat, lung regions. Can't be good for that. That's number one. Can't be good for your brain health. Can't be good for long-term, short-term memory loss. Definitely can't be good. So is it healthy? It's not. It's obviously not healthy. You could say it's healthy because I draw really, I'm creative or whatever you want. It helps me relax. Okay, fine. But you would otherwise find other ways to help yourself relax. You go for a walk. You'd go for a bike ride. You'd go for a hike. You'd go to the gym. You'd find other ways. So if you're smoking it, or if you're smoking a joint or a blunt or some other thing, you're like, clearly it's bad for your health. So number one, is it bad for my health? Number two, marijuana is expensive. Even if you're buying it illegally on the black market, it's still expensive. No matter how, even if you don't even smoke that much, it's still expensive. Nobody goes out and buys a 20 bag of weed and then just stops. It doesn't last them for a month. Everybody that's out there, you're spending at least $50 to $100. Whether depends on the frequency of how much you're doing that. So for me, it was like I was spending a few $100s a month. So it's costing you thousands of dollars a year. So is it good for your health? It's expensive. And the third thing, which I think is the most important thing of all, was, does this fit into the lifestyle of me operating at the highest possible caliber? Is this the thing that will help me operate at the highest possible caliber? And it's like, I'm wasting time rolling the blunt, smoking the blunt, going to get the trees, going to the ATM, driving to the guy's house, rolling it up, buying the L's, sitting there, smoking it, being stoned, not paying attention. I'm like wasting all this otherwise productive brain time that could have been spent doing something productive. On top of it, it makes you inherently lazy. It makes you inherently confused. And it's bad. It's just bad for your health. For me, I felt that it was affecting my ability to sleep. And there was just so many other signs that it was bad. Somebody said in the comments, it's bad for your teeth. every single time I went to the doctor or went to the dentist, which is every year, every 6 months or whatever it is, they would be like, the back of your teeth are stained. Do you smoke cigars? And I was like, yes, smoke blunts. And it's like, all right, so there's stains on the back of my teeth. So that means there's stains on the front of my teeth. It's just bad. It's just bad. And so contractor MMJ just said, I used to smoke at night for sleep and it wasn't helping me sleep. I stopped and I sleep so much better. I used to think that I needed it to sleep because when I didn't go to sleep stoned, I would have dreams, crazy dreams, and it would leave me exhausted. But once I stopped, like, I don't always dream. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I would say, if you want to live to your highest purpose and highest caliber, if you want to have more money, and if you want to be healthier, it's a simple thing to eliminate. You're going to get a lot of your time back, a lot of your life back, and it's ultimately going to benefit you in more ways than one. So I think that it is a more than obvious decision that can only help you, and it's a good thing. Look, I smoked weed every day. There was a couple times I took off like a month or two, just to see if it controlled me, which it didn't. So there was a few times I took a couple months off here and there, maybe 2 or 3 times in the 15 years that I did it. And then, like, if it was out for a week or the guy didn't have it or I was on vacation, it would be like a day here or a couple days there. But I pretty much smoke consistently multiple times a day, every day for 15 years. And I haven't smoked now since I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the 1-year anniversary of the first time that I stopped smoking weed, it was like today. In fact, I could actually check. There it is. Let's see. 7/20. So the first day that I stopped smoking weed was 7/20. So it's the 12th of July. My 1-year anniversary of not smoking weed anymore is coming up next week. The 20th of July is the day that I stopped smoking weed. So it's like I smoked every day for 15 years. Somebody says I smoke 4 ounces a week. I can't function without it. It helps my anxiety. I don't know about that, my guy. 4 ounces a week? For anybody that doesn't know how much 4 ounces a week is, 4 ounces a week, there's 28 grams in an ounce. 28 grams in an ounce by 4 ounces is 112 grams. An average blunt, like if you were to smoke like a full blunt to your face, which is like a big loaded cigar, is like 1.5 grams. So even at 1.5 grams, that's 74 blunts a week divided by 7 days. That's 11 blunts a day. How is that possible? How could you smoke 4 ounces a week? Maybe that guy's trolling me, but I don't know how you could smoke 10 blunts a day. That's an insane amount of weed. And to say that that's for your anxiety, it's like, dude, go to the gym. There's no way. There's no way that person smokes 10 blunts a day. The average person is only awake. If you sleep for 8 hours a day and you're only up 18 hours, that means that you're smoking in 18 hours, 18 divided by 10.5. That means you're smoking 1.7 blunts. You're smoking a blunt every hour and 40 minutes. Like you'd be basically in a perpetual weeble state. Like, I don't even know how you could do that. 4 ounces of Jesus. So 4 ounces of weed, even if you're buying cheap, not good weed. Let's say that you have a Connect and you're buying it at $1.75 an ounce. That's $700 a week by 4 weeks. That's $2,800 a month by 12 months. That's $33,000 a year in marijuana. That's not including blunts. That's not including time. That's not including papers. That's not including lighters. That's not including gas to the store. That's not including cigars. If you were to smoke 10 blunts a day, a reasonable pack of blunts is like $3 for 3 months. So it's like $1 a blunt. So that's an additional $10 a day. So $33,000, 600 times 10 times $1. So 10 times 365. That's an additional 36. That means this person is spending $39,000, almost $40,000 a year on weed. And that's if you're buying zips at $175 an ounce. I don't know about that, my guy. 40 clams a year. You could lease a Rolls Royce. I grow my own. Well, that's costing money too. Because if you grow your own, that means you're growing it. That's electricity, that's lights, that's water, that's food, that's trimming, that's time. It's a ton of time. That's 40 clams a year. I don't know, bro. You should stop smoking 4 ounces a week. That's insane. Even if she grows it, that's still money. That's still lights. That's still food. That's still water. That's still space in your house. It certainly is electricity. Then cutting it, that's crazy. I'm so sick of sniffling. I stayed in a house that had cats, and I've had bad allergies ever since. Just Scotty on YouTube says I spend about $125 a month. I'm retired. Yeah, rock out. I mean, I'm not saying don't do it if that's what you want to do, but like this person is saying that they have killer anxiety. It's like you might have anxiety from smoking 11 L's a day. Like that might be giving you the anxiety. There you go. M. Rogers says that. It sounds like weed might be feeling the anxiety. Yeah. Yeah. If you smoke 10 L's a day, that means you're like that means you're constantly high. You're high right now. You're smoking right now. I've been on this live stream for an hour and 19 minutes. So that means you already smoked a blunt or you're about to smoke a blunt or whatever right now. Painted Mad says allergies. Yeah, allergies. What do you think I'm doing? I'm doing blow. Would I be like? I'm just saying, if I was zapped on blow, would I just like be on here talking about Nancy Pelosi? It's like I guess you'd think I'd be like raging somewhere. Plus, like I don't know, I quit smoking weed, but I do coke on a Monday night. Like I guess it's like I don't think so, my guy, but maybe. Just Scotty on YouTube says, please say John Kerry. John Kerry. I stole that from Ben Shapiro. Very funny. Caleb on Facebook says, did you see Cancun Cruise? He said, did you see Cancun Cruise has been lobbying for people who've gotten the juice to not have to wear a diaper on planes and other stuff like that. Only people with the juice. Yeah, I did see that. And Anomaly was talking about that today. It's like, this guy is a coward. Nobody should be wearing a diaper on a plane. If you're afraid to go on a plane, don't go on a plane. Nobody should be wearing a diaper on a plane. Stupid. He should be ashamed of himself. Jake says, I don't think I smoked 11 times in a week. That dude's crushing that much in a day. I've definitely smoked 11 times in a week. I'm like, there was a time when I was 20, when I was like 19, 20, where my buddy and I would smoke 6 blunts. We would smoke like 6 blunts a day. 6 blunts a day. This guy's or this gal, whoever this is smoking 11 blunts a day. Like when I smoked 6 a day, I was just like I was like a vegetable. I was an actual human vegetable. And it's like I was certainly not producing anything for society. Save it for Friday. I start at 5 a.m. until I go to bed. Look, I'm not a doctor, but I'm quite confident that starting smoking weeble at 5 o'clock in the morning until you go to bed is not good for your health, fam. Like, go to the gym. You know what I mean? Like, go to the gymnasium. Like, pick up some weights, pick them up and put them down. Like listen to a podcast. I don't know, dude. That's a lot of weeble. Vegetables. Sean 87 says vegetable. Yo, what's the coupon code? Do you want to quit? MSVT. I just smiled with my note bottle. Hell yeah. Yeah, I used to have a girlfriend that would complain about anxiety, yet would do like all types of just undesirables, you know, and smoke and like all the stuff. And I'm like, have you ever considered that like maybe that's because of these things? And it's like, no, you don't know what it's like. And I was like, okay. So it's like, I guess, fam, maybe, but probably not. Like maybe, but I don't know about that. Equity. Systemic. I actually run a successful business. Yeah, no one's saying that you don't run a successful business or that you can't function on it. I'm not trying to make fun of you, but I'm just saying, like, do you objectively think that smoking 4 ounces of weed a week is a good idea? I don't care if you run a successful business. Like, that's probably not good for your health, my guy. Maybe it is, but okay. I'm saying that I don't think that it is, but do you live your life? Do whatever you want. The first face mask sold on bobbysauce.com in a while because everything's been opened up, which I'm happy. I haven't seen a lot of face masks sell lately, and that was one of the #1 sellers on the site. Somebody in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, Jennifer, bought a face mask today that says compliance diaper. Oh, you gotta love that. Compliance diaper. Speciest. People are just Scotty on YouTube says people are still wearing the diaper at the stores in Olympia, Washington. I laugh at them. Hey, look, if people want to wear them, wear them. Just don't force people to wear them. I don't give a shit if someone wears it. Yeah, if you want to wear it, go ahead, dude. Wear it, whatever. But it's like, I'm not trying to wear it. Somebody said you're in Broward, right? Yes. Yes, I am. Broward in the house. Yo, if I ever see anybody wearing some Bobby Sauce merch in Fort Lauderdale, I'm going to die. I would love that. It'd be so funny. I'll just be like, yes. Yo, I'm so close to 47,000 followers. I'm so close. I think I'm like 20 away. Bernie says, can I ask what area? Yeah, I live in Fort Lauderdale, and I love it in Fort Lauderdale. It's my favorite. I love it so much. Fort Lauderdale is the best. I love living here. I love it every day. I took my scooter to the beach yesterday. It's awesome. I love Fort Lauderdale. It's the best place. Miami's cool to go and like go to a show and then get out of there. Fit Little Me Seek says, who is he? Because I live in Olympia and my area is mask free. I think it's a type of store. Yeah, I don't know. He didn't say what type of store. He just said at stores. So I don't know. Plant-based Dominican says, I'm wearing my maybe, but probably not. Hell yeah. Gina on Facebook said, I'm considering moving to Pompano. I'm considering moving to Pompano because it's only a couple letters away from Pompeo. No, I'm just kidding. But Pompano's pretty cool, I guess. There's nothing to really do there, but you're close to stuff. My boyfriend's a firefighter. You have to wear diapers on the truck between calls. Holy criminy. Diana says, Bristol, Florida is sporting your T-shirts. That's what's up. Hell yeah. So Fit Little Me Seeks, he said Home Depot, Safeway, about half diapered. Home Depot. Yo, the Depot. Oh man, I hate the Depot. Anybody that's gone back through my content knows that I'm like, yo, Home Depot is like Home Depot is like where happiness goes to die. Home Depot's only cool if you go there like once. But if you have to like really go there, you're like, I hate my life. Tati Vertism says, thanks for all you say and do. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for the love. Ugh. The sniffs are so annoying. I've never worn a diaper and nobody ever questioned me. Really, the only place that I wear them now is on planes because there's really no getting around it, which is really miserable. But I do wear one on the plane, which I hate. It's so miserable. The depot funds the Center for Garbage Control. Is that true? I wouldn't be surprised. Home Depot. Yo, so I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna jump off. We're about to be at an hour and a half here in a second. I think I'm gonna jump off. I want to save this. I want to save this live stream and post it up as its own unique thing, and then I might jump back on with Ian in a second here. But I just want to say thanks to everybody for being here. I appreciate you. Thanks to everybody on Facebook and YouTube. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, you won't be able to see the live stream if I come back on with Ian because it's going to be on Instagram only. So Facebook and YouTube people, sorry about that. I don't really have another way to get around that, unfortunately. But big thanks to everybody that got the badges. I appreciate that. Once again, Sean 87, Callahan, Jenna Rose SP, Guy Jody, Jake Cook 11, Awin J, Scamalema Ding Dong, Holly Elizabeth 85, Walker French, Chooks Official, Lana Liberty 1, and A Mark Life. Thank you guys so much for the badges here on Instagram. I appreciate that so much. And thanks for being here. If you didn't watch my video today, go watch it. If you want to follow me on TikTok at Take Naps with 2 S's, at Take Naps on Getter, youtube.com/BobbySauceLito. Please go follow me on YouTube. BobbySauce.com. That's the spot. If you didn't watch my video from today, please go watch it. It's a good time. It's a funny one. My name on Instagram is at Take Naps. For anybody asking on Facebook or YouTube, at Take Naps on Instagram, TAKENAPS, at Take Naps on Instagram. If you can, please do me a favor, repost my videos to your story on Instagram. That's the best way to get the content out there. Please repost it to your story. I appreciate that so much. It helps me reach so many people. Thank you guys for the hearts. Thanks for being here. I appreciate y'all. I hope you guys have a great night. And thanks again for being here. And thank you as always for the support. Facebook, YouTube.